Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 186 today on Sunday. Hope you guys have a lovely, relaxing day. Chill out. If you've got a few champs games left, don't stress about it. Hopefully it goes quite well for you. We're going to get our champs started today, but we will need to change the team before we can make that happen, because I did go ahead and pack a Prime Icon. Well, I did a Prime Icon SBC in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen it yet, click in the top corner. You can go and check it out. And then when you come back to this video, do me a huge favor, smash the thumbs up button. 5,000 likes on this Sunday. I would absolutely love to see that support. Keep on showing it. Thank you very much in advance. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. We have surpassed 500,000 and we're pushing on to who knows where. Anyway, this is the current squad that I sort of changed to yesterday because I sold Zakaria. Correct pronunciation, I think, this time. People in the comment section that keep moaning at me about it. And then also we got rid of Delaney and we just put him back in the club because, it wasn't that great, in all honesty. So Miroslav Klose, Prime, who is the icon that we got, unfortunately, looks like he could be a little bit usable. He's about 270k on the market as a Prime icon, so it's not exactly the world's best pull. It's not quite the worst either, but it's not too far off, I don't think. But we're going to stick him into the squad. I'm going to give him a go this weekend. And I think I just need to switch him and Dybala and then add a couple of position modifiers to a couple of players, change the manager about, and we should at least have a new starting 11. What I am excited about for this particular team is trying out Leroy Fer as a centre-back. I think him and Puyol could probably do really well together because on full chemistry, Leroy Fer with a shadow is a 93 rated centre-back because he's already got such great physical and we can just boost that pace and the defensive stats up like as much as we possibly can. And it turns out I think he's going to end up being a pretty ridiculous defender for us on the game. So quite excited to try that out. So what we're going to do is just shift the in-game team around a little bit. Klose is going to be my right striker with Ronaldo and Dybala in their normal positions. Curtis Jones in midfield with Seedorf and Rooney. Jones being the DM, though, in that one. And then Fer at the back with Puyol, Kleiber and Tavernier. I know Tabs is right-footed at left-back, but we got on all right with Kleiber doing that like a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to test it out, see how it goes. I think I'd rather... I just wanted to use him, if I'm honest. I really do like Tavernier on this game. So I switched to the German kit. The only Germany kit that I had was that pretty nice looking green one. I switched to that because, hey, we're using Miroslav Klose. Why not just stick that on and see how he looks in that kit? I'm sure you've seen his face on the thumbnail and stuff. And I can go ahead and open up those packs that I saved yesterday. They're not great at all, the packs that were on offer from the Prime Icon SBC. However, they are something, and it does start to top the club up a little bit again, because we certainly don't have a whole bunch left in terms of like good high-rated fodder. I don't know if you could even class, like, you'd probably class Klose as fodder at this point, wouldn't you? If there was a really, really good SBC came out, would I stick a 91 Klose in to help get the rating up? Probably would. I probably would. But yeah, anyway, we do end up getting what we thought was a board, but it turns out it's a blue board, so it's only an 80 rated Diego Costa. So yeah, those packs weren't exactly brilliant, but I didn't expect them to be. They don't really claim to be either. When you see like small Electrum pack, you're just like, probably not going to get super lucky with these. So we go on into our first game of the weekend league, and we come up against our first Wamangituka, who is becoming a very popular player. I would really like to use him, and I hope we still can at some point. But of course, the young YouTube god, and the young social media god that is Danny Aarons, who's really coming up in the space, is a big Waman fan, and that is, I think, making a lot of people a Waman fan as well. So yeah, I wasn't surprised to see my opponent using him, and he was actually a pretty decent player. Like I struggle against him as a striker, so I would if I notice his price is actually quite good, might even be tempted to pick him up to like bring on from a super sub perspective to see how he does, because I know I'm 3-0 up in this game, but it doesn't actually keep going to plan. He ends up just sort of like getting past my defender there and scoring a goal. 73rd minute, gets it back to 3-1. So then he really throws everything at me, I believe, or it might have been after this goal that he throws everything at me. But look, it's this man again, holding off the play, holding off the defender, getting into the box. Somehow scoring on a 2-star weak foot. I'm not particularly happy about that. But yeah, that's all she wrote. I did get really pressured after that. You know, the guy tried to score a goal to get it to extra time, but we held off quite well. And I think I deserved the win. So at least my first game of the weekend league went all right. And we did get a goal with Klose, which is good. So then we come up against this. And I'd never expect to come up against a team like that in the weekend league. So I'm pretty thankful. I guess this guy, my guess is that this guy has just started a new squad or a new ultimate team or something like that to give himself a new challenge, because he wasn't like a completely incompetent player, but what the difference was is that my team is like a complete and utter endgame team compared to what this guy was using. So we end up getting a header at the back stick with Klose, which is something I think we're going to be able to do. Him and Ronaldo are obviously so good in the air that I think we may now have like aerial threat ability up front, which is not often used on this game, and might surprise a few of my opponents. So I'll happily try and whip it into the back stick every now and again to see if we can get some goals that way. But yeah, we end up getting a 3-0 rage quit against that guy. I'm not surprised, in all honesty, but GG's nonetheless. It was just a complete mismatch in terms of teams. So 2-0, nice and simple so far. Feeling like the team is actually feeling all right. Another Waman we come up against right now, and this guy was certainly going to be using him as well. Adama ends up sort of getting past my defender and knocking it into Bruno, and I'm not going to lie, the way he took that down on the chest was phenomenal. And I didn't even realise. It was just regular Bruno Fernandes. So what a goal that was. And I do end up, look at this, Joe Gomez, 82 pace, not holding off or not catching up to the main man Miroslav. So I was happy to score that goal with Klose. I'm not going to lie, that was a brilliant one. And then we are actually able to turn the game around not too long after we scored that other one. Rooney ends up getting on the score sheet now. I feel like, you know, we've got like Van der Sar, we've got Rooney, we've got Puyol, we've got Klose, like Seedorf. We've got lots of like iconic old school footballers. I guess you can kind of call Rooney that. I know he's still like on the game as a non-legend or non-icon type thing, but still been around for a long old time, right? As has Ronaldo, of course. So our team is looking like seasoned veterans out there, which is good, and we get another rage quit. So the first 3 games have actually been nice victories, and then I come up against this a really strong squad with I don't know which Puskas, I think mid Puskas, and then Prime Cantona. Now, you guys know that every time I come up against any version of Cantona, I always say that I get torn a new one, and I typically always lose. It's like one of my like kryptonite players, and I've never come up against the Prime one, and he scores on me pretty easily. It was a lovely goal there. He's someone I would absolutely love to use on this game. I wish we packed him in our Prime Icon pack, not going to lie. But I guess we could save it for whenever a Prime Icon Moments pack comes out. We'll just take the moments then. Don't worry about it. I'm all good for now with the mad lad Miroslav. So, 2-1 down into the second half we go. This guy was probably just a little bit too good for me. Yeah, I was 3-0 in the weekend league, so you could match up against anything. But this was Friday afternoon. So I thought the really good players might already be like 7-8-0 or something like that. So I shouldn't really match them. But yeah, this guy must have started a little bit later, just like me. And he was very, very competent on the sticks. And I end up losing. I don't know if I think I get a goal back here, don't I? Yeah, El Shaarawy I brought on for Klose just because, as good as he is, or as fun as it is to use a new player like him, I think he's going to struggle against the really, really good players of FIFA. So I'll bring him off at half-time against... If I really need someone, I can rely on Robin or El Shaarawy to come on and be kind of OP. Whereas, let's face it, Klose is probably not known as OP on this game whatsoever. So we lose that game. We end up going 3-1. I think we lost, was it 6-2 or 5-2? I don't know. Whatever it was, we lost heavily. And GG to that guy, who was a far better FIFA player than me and had a lovely, lovely squad. But this goal right here to put us 1-0 up was totally against the run of play. This fella was dominating me, peppering my goal, and just felt like I couldn't get out of my own half. And then 2 goals came around. It's like like buses, you know, none come at once, and then 2 come all of a sudden. So we ended up getting 2-0 up in the, you know, for the end of the first half. And I mean, he only had a couple of shots, but he really was chilling around the edge of my box. I was very much struggling against a possession player. So I decided that because I got a couple of goals, I wanted to try and hold the ball better, control the game better now that we've got that margin. So I did end up like trying my best to like hold the ball better, but yeah, we get a lucky goal in the 49th minute, and he quits as well. So lots of rage quits so far this weekend. I am expecting this weekend league to once again be a particularly sweaty one, just simply because of the, you know, there's Weekend League Plus again, which means a lot of people who maybe normally strive to get Gold 3 or whatever it is, have now got an incentive to push on to get 16 wins in order to get that token or that, you know, player pick, whatever it is. So people will grind harder and sweat harder in order to try and get that stuff done and unlocked. So I would expect the game to be harder this weekend. I just do. So I go 1-0 up with Klose. Nice goal from him as well. We took on the defender nicely. And actually, that is a very similar goal, and it was nice again. We're just bursting past that defender with the little pace boosts, which I did not expect from him at all. We hit the bar, or it gets saved onto the bar, I think, from the free kick that we take with Dybala, but then Ronaldo ends up just nodding it home from the corner, which he is, of course, very, very good at. And then Rooney knocks it into Klose. Some nice dribbling, lovely roulette, solid finish from the German. That's his first hat-trick. Hat-trick hero Klose. Oh, my God. Did you ever expect to see that? Because I didn't. Obviously, he's one of the world's greatest finishers of all time, but yeah, it doesn't necessarily translate to FIFA. So he's somewhat usable, I will say. I've actually been enjoying using him. When it comes to the tougher games down the line, I'm sure things will get a little bit more difficult and less enjoyable, but we'll see when we get to that. So I then also, this is what the title is about, by the way. I then also did this mega matchup. So I finished off the objectives I had to do. I basically just had to play one more game of squad battles and score some goals with midfielders in order to unlock myself whatever the little reward packs were, and then a rare mega pack, which I wanted because obviously we need to start building up the fodder again. Don't get anything out of the first one. It's just a 1-player pack. What can you expect? And then the 2 rare gold players pack is actually going to give us a little something, I believe, if I remember correctly. Ends up being a board and team of the week. So it's just going to be like a regular team of the week non-walkout. But we get the French centre forward from Bordeaux, which is the player I bought a couple of times to submit into the Icon SBC. So we've now got another untradeable 81 rated inform, which I can use perhaps in the party bag or maybe in that new Rabiot that's come out. I'm liking the look of him. I think I might have to get him for the series. Don't know how I'm going to afford it though. And then we get ourselves a walkout from the rare mega, and we get the Egyptian right winger from Liverpool. We get ourselves a Mo Salah running down the wing. Salah. I'm not going to carry on singing, but anyway, yeah, we get the Egyptian king, who, I mean, probably at this stage of the game might even be the same price as other 90 rateds and be classed as fodder. But he does look good. And before, you know, if I stick him into an SBC, fine. If we end up wanting to use him, that's also good as well. But yeah, I was well happy to get that. Just a nice card to get, really. And certainly made it worthwhile to do that little objective. So although the club is kind of in the mud in terms of fodder, we've started already to bring it back by getting ourselves an 85 Gulashi and also a 90 Salah in the same pack. W. Considering how bad rare mega packs have been for me lately, we get that small win right there, or quite a big win, I would say. It's nice. So yeah, that's where we're at in the weekend league. I just started 5-1, not bad at all. I'll take it. Hopefully it doesn't get too sweaty, but I do expect it to. Really liking how the team's playing in game. Carlos Puyo next to Leroy Fer at the back. it's a good pairing, I have to say. Rooney in the middle with Curtis Jones and Seedorf. Yeah, Seedorf is getting to the end of the usable phase on this game because there are a lot better players than him, but he's still a good card. But yeah, I love how the team's doing. Like Dybala and Ronaldo are obviously brilliant, and I'm actually having fun with Klose. And then Kleiber and Tavernier, they're both so OP. Of course you expect them to be awesome, which is exactly what they are. The only player that hasn't done anything really for me is Edwin van der Sar. He does seem to leak goals a lot as well. I just don't trust any goalkeeper on this game. I'll obviously stick with him because he's the best goalie I'm going to get this year until probably Team of the Season rolls around or something. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode. After the weekend league matches, Klose was on 6 games, 6 goals, and a bunch of assists as well. But I just played that one game of squad battles, and I don't think I scored with him, so it is what it is. But yeah, he's actually started with 6 games, 6 goals, which is pretty impressive. That's going to be the end of the episode. Do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button. Let's see 5,000 likes today. I know you can get it done. Thank you so much for that. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. I thank you for that as well. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe and healthy. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.